Thank you very much for it. We're going to hand over now, I'm going to hand over to Anne Thomas, who we're very grateful to Anne for actually organising this event today. Anne's going to be our last speaker, and then we'll take questions from the floor. So if you have any questions, we'll deal with those then. So thank you, Anne.
Thank you. Thanks for that introduction, and thank you all for coming. So, Friends of the Earth is very much in favour of the support of the campaign against this application, because we really think that this isn't the right thing, and it's certainly not the right place. I got involved in demonstrations about 8 years ago when we had a demo on Inverness High Street, and as Warwick just said, we were campaigning about climate change then. We had this demo, we were saying that at that time Scotland produced 11 tonnes of carbon dioxide per person, and we needed to get down to 1 tonne. So a huge problem. And we campaigned with many people across Scotland and got the first climate change act in the world. And that was closely followed by the UK Climate Change Act. The following year we were demonstrating again on Inverness High Street in run-up to the Copenhagen Climate Summit, which actually didn't achieve what we hoped. But last year we came back again. We had about 200 people marching on Inverness High Street in support of the Paris Climate Summit. And we were just a very small part of a movement across the world campaigning to stop climate change. And that Paris deal did go through. But obviously, as Warwick's just said, that seems to be all up in the air again, because we're so worried about what the events in the United States and the effect that might have if Trump decides to withdraw from the climate deal. We need these deals. And obviously Friends of the Earth Scotland's also been doing a lot against fracking, maybe not affecting us here, but other parts of Scotland. So here we come to this campaign against the ship-to-ship oil transfer. And okay, what's the relationship between all this other campaigning? But it's all related, because we live in a society that's very much heavily dependent on oil, and somehow we need to make the transition so that we become less dependent on oil and we start to have a more sustainable society. Now, we know that many jobs across Scotland depend on the oil industry, but that's in decline. And I feel that this application is just a symptom, really, of an oil industry in decline, desperately trying to replace their lost revenue with something else. And so they're actually coming up with this application because it will bring in more money to replace some of the revenue that they've lost. But it's not just ships from the existing oil field. It could be ships from anywhere. It's just a revenue generation exercise. But actually, what we need to do is somehow transition away from oil. But we need to make sure that those jobs are protected. Now, obviously, the offshore wind, wave and tidal industry is a possibility for those jobs. But again, that's got risks to wildlife, so we need to make sure that those risks are taken account of. But, you know, as has been said, those industries have to do very detailed environmental assessments. This was done very shoddily, and it was actually rushed through during the Christmas period last year, hoping that nobody would spot it, and actually, you know, fortunately somebody happened to just spot it and let everybody else know. But it could have actually gone through and been approved without many people actually being aware of it. And we know that it is risky. It's not just a negligible amount. A document was recently posted on the Facebook page about this event, and people were and it was sharing risk assessments of ship-to-ship oil transport globally, and have been many accidents. It's not just a negligible thing that might never happen. Just because it hasn't happened in this area before doesn't mean to say it never will. And we need to fight with all we can to stop this happening. Thank you.